Hey y'all, happy Sunday. Welcome to Sunday Night Swatching. I'm happy to be back. I know I took a little hiatus again. I apologize. Life has been lifing. But tonight we are going through my June and July orders from the Checkered Finish. I am so excited. I got them both at the same time just before Polish and Beauty Expo. So I did not get time prior to last weekend to play with them. So before I get into my PBE 2026 haul, I wanted to get these taken care of and shown off first. So let's go ahead and just get right into it. I'm going to try to, because I have them kind of mixed up, but I'm going to try to start with what I bought in June first. So I am going to start with her ride of the month from June. Now, this one I do not see available on her website anymore, so I apologize. But all the rest that I'm going to show you are still available, if any catch your eye. So first up, this is June's ride of the month. This is Over Easy. Beautiful yellow cream. And you guys, if you don't have any of her bottles, get just get one, because I'm telling you, her sticker for her logo, it's kind of raised. Like, I don't know if I'll be able to, you can kind of see how it just feels really cool. It's like a fidget. I'm amused easily. I apologize. Let's go ahead and get into our first coat here of Over Easy. So again, this was June's ride of the month. If you don't know what that is her monthly polish. So it's different every month. So for June, it was Over Easy. There she is. Hi, Liz. Checkered Finish is here. And she is out gallivanting about at concerts. Remind me who you're going to see, though. I forgot who you said you were going to see. I hope y'all are having fun. Oh, you're home now. Okay, cool. I wasn't sure when you were getting home. All right, here's one coat of Over Easy. This is June's ride of the month. Jimmy Eat World, that's right, and story of the year. Was it good? I hope you had fun. I'm glad you guys are back safely. Oh, like 2 p.m. today. Okay, cool. Cool. All right. Next, we are going to look at her June topper here. So this is a complete flaky bomb. Pretty much any color flaky you could want is in here. So this is Pride Louder. So I know we call these, they're flakies, but I feel like they're shards. They feel a little thicker to me than flakies. Correct me if I'm wrong, Liz. But in my mind, I want to call these more shards than necessarily flakies. But I'm not the maker. So here it is in one coat, which is pretty much all you would do as a topper. But I do 2 coats on everything for my swatch sticks, including the toppers. So we are going to come back to this later for a second coat. But here is one coat. You can see it over my red of Pride Louder, the June topper, which I do believe is still available in the shop. Let me just take a little peeky here because I did actually bring the laptop down. Yes. So that is still available in the shop for $12. I don't want to do that one yet. Let me come down to, where are you? There you are. Sorry, I'm just trying to pull things up on my laptop here so I can give you guys descriptions, because I can actually do that because they're still available. Okay. There it is. All right. Liz says, yes, they technically are shreds. Okay. All right. Next up, again, this is still from June. So this is Maddie's Sweet 16. This is such a beautiful, delicate shade. I love this, and I love that shimmer. Oh, that's right. If you purchase the Pride Topper, even in July still, she is going to donate a portion of it to a local organization. All right, so Maddie's Sweet 16. This is a coral cream with some pearl in it. So let's go ahead and get our first coat on. And this is available for $11.50 on the website. So you can go check it out at thecheckeredfinish.com. This is such a pretty shade. I love this. It's very delicate. And again, I am a sucker for any kind of shimmer. So the pearl in here just speaks to me. But here it is in one coat. Maddie loves it too. Well, that's good, especially since it was for her. But she's got good taste. I love me a shimmer and a pearl, and I'm really getting into, well, I've always loved the metallics. People don't do them very often. Like, I don't see them a lot. You know, you get the multichromes or just the straight shimmers, but like a good metallic polish, I love it. All right. Next, we're going to come in with Liz did some amazing creams last month. So we're going to show those off. Let me switch my... actually, I probably don't need the computer for these. They're pretty self-explanatory. Metallic polish is amazing. It's so fun. All right, so we've got 4 beautiful creams here. First up, we have Orchid Oasis, which, as you can see, is this beautiful purple. So I feel like it's right in between like a grape and a lavender in my eyes. It's not quite as deep as a true grape, but it's very pretty. And her cream, these creams are really good. So they're basically one coaters. I'll tell you that right now. On the nail, well, and even on this clear swatch stick. They're pretty much one coaters, and they stamp. So for all my stamping friends out there, they do duty. So here it is, one coat on the clear swatch stick. You can see how opaque that is. But just for consistency and my own little, oh, what do I want to call it? Idiosyncrasies. We will still be doing a second coat on here. But that is Orchid Oasis. Again, also still available on the website, but all the creams are $10, which is very fair. Very, very fair. Especially because these are good-sized 15 milliliter bottles that are one coat and stamp. Can't ask for more than that. With a really cool, fun label. I'm telling you guys, I am so, like, obsessed with just rubbing the label. It's like a fidget. You know, have you guys ever seen those like worry stones where you keep them in your pocket and it's got the little like almost like a notch in it, and then, you know, when you're having like anxiety or whatever, you just rub the worry stone. This is my worry stone. I just have to carry one of her bottles around with me. Next up, this is Candy Loop, which is a cantaloupe orange. And I'll be darned, it actually looks like it's pulling up right on my camera. Usually I struggle with the oranges and the pinks on camera. My phone don't like them. Liz says I'll make that happen. Carry a bottle around. I just need some of your stickers. I'll have to put your stickers, like one on the back of my phone. I'll carry one in my pocket. They'll be my little worry stones. All right, here we go with Candylope. Again, one coat, even on the clear swatch stick. See, now I feel like it's coming up a little more yellow on the camera than the orange it is in person to my eyes. Seriously, think cantaloupe. If you know what the inside of a cantaloupe looks like, what the fruit looks like, that's what color it is. It's very pretty. All right, next up. So this is the color I have on right now. This is cherry red. And I absolutely now I'm not a huge fan of red. I'll tell you that right now. But to find a good, like, true red, oh, this is like, how did I describe it to you? Like Gwen Stefani's red lipstick red. You know, a lot of reds, they pull, like when you put them on the first coat, a lot of them pull kind of pink or maybe a little orange. Y'all, this is one coat on my nails. This is just one coat. Which is really weird to me. I feel like I missed half my mani that I didn't do two coats, but I didn't, I mean, you can see, like, I didn't need. And look at how juicy that red is. I could go on forever over this red. I am so impressed with it. It is such a beautiful red, like in a true red. Like I said, a lot of the red nail polishes that I have, they pull pink. So now on the swatch stick, because it is a clear swatch stick, it almost makes you think like it needs two coats. But again, this is one coat on my nails. And you can see there is no issue there whatsoever. But it almost looks like it wants to be a like jelly and a little sheer on the clear swatch stick. But that is one coat of cherry red. If my camera would focus on that instead of my hand, they don't want to see the back of my hand. There we go. Just beautiful. Again, all the creams are $10 on the website. All right, last up for the creams. And, you know, I really shocked myself that I went for the red instead of the blue for my mani for this live. But here is Ocean Air. This is a beautiful kind of, I would call it a coneflower blue. It's a very pretty shade. And one that I don't have like 18 million of already. I tend to hoard blues because that's my favorite color. All right, here she is in one coat. And look at how beautiful and opaque that is. Gorgeous. Liz, you are so good at the creams. I'm so dang on proud of you. I love those. Okay. Moving right along. I'm trying to go a little fast, FYI, because Again, this is 2 orders, so this was my June order and my July order. So I don't want to end up having to keep you guys here all night. So I am trying to move a little fast. I apologize, but we still got one more coat to do on everything, and then we'll do a quick recap. So, recap, not recap. Recap is what I meant to say. And I apologize that my voice still sounds a little weird. It's still trying to come back from PBE last weekend. Y'all, I did way too much peopling. I had to talk to every single person that came in our line because I was the start of the line, handing out baskets and samples and stuff. And then afterwards, so basically every night after the festivities, I ended up like hanging out with people outside of the hotel until like midnight or 1 o'clock in the morning. So I did so much talking. It was so funny when I got home on Monday. Like I was squeaking. I could hardly talk. So this is much better, but it's still not quite 100%. So I apologize if my voice sounds weird to you guys. I'm still working on getting it back. All right, so next up, we are going to get into her birthday trio because someone had a birthday at the end of June. So, of course, she had to come out with a trio to celebrate her birthday. So, first up, this is Raise Your Glass. So, the 3 of these are available individually still on the website for $11.50 each, or you can buy all 3 for $33. And I did put 1 coat of this over the cherry red. That's what you see on my ring finger. So feel free to use these as toppers as well. I thought it turned out pretty cute. Just give it a little oomph there. All right, we'll go in with our first coat. And these are so fun with the little flakies in there. And wait till you see all 3 of them together. It's a really nice, like, color story. I like the palette she chose for it. Here is 1 coat. Raise your glass. Super fun. All right, here we go with the second one. This is Blowing Out Candles. See, she messed up though. Don't look at that. That's supposed to be a 2 because we're 29 and holding. So just, she must have hit the wrong button. That's really supposed to be a 2, not a 3, in case you were wondering. You can celebrate anniversaries of your 29th birthday with me, Liz. That's what I do. All right. She says, oh shit. That's a 2. No, I'm saying it's supposed to be a 2. You must have hit the wrong button. It's not a 3. It's not 39. It's 29. You must have accidentally hit the 3 when you meant to hit the 2. It's a 3 on there. Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you. I was being silly and I scared you. All right, here we go. First coat, blowing out candles. That really pretty purple shimmer in that base with the same fun flakies. I triple check everything. Yeah, I probably would too. And I'd still end up missing something because sometimes I like to get dyslexic and transpose numbers. I'm not really dyslexic, but when you put a lot of numbers in front of me, at least I don't think I am. I've never been diagnosed, but I probably am not. But I get nervous with lots of numbers. All right, last up in the birthday trio, this is Poppin' Bottles. So again, we have the same fun flakies in there. with a different colored shimmer to complete the trio. Oh, this one is so pretty. All right, so I think for my next one, my next mani, I'm going to do the Ocean Air cream with this over it, and we'll see how that looks. I feel like it's going to look really good. All right, here we go, one coat. So pretty. I'm a sucker for anything blue, so. All right, I think that was pretty much it for my June. And then she did a little bit of a smaller release for July because PBE and all those things. And I know some people are probably still reeling from that last weekend. It wasn't that long ago already. Even though it kind of feels like it was a lifetime ago already, it's really only been a week. Not even. It's been a week since I left for it, you know, but it goes the whole weekend. So it's not even really been a week. But thankfully, Liz has our backs, and so she did just a smaller release for July because, you know, everybody goes and spends all the money on PBE. So, just a few left here for the July order. We're going to start with her Ride of the Month, which is absolutely stunning, and I'm hoping my camera will pick it up properly. This is a blue to purple, like, multi-chrome. I'm not sure if my camera is going to want to pick up the purple in the bottle. Hopefully I can get it on the swatch stick. But there is definitely purple. It looks like my camera only wants to pick up like the blue aqua. But this is Midnight Run. So this one is still on the website. The first one, Over Easy, that was June's. So I did not see that one on the... She might still have some overpours of it if anybody is really interested. But as of right now, that was June, so that went bye-bye. Here is July's. Statements haven't come out yet, right? We've got a little bit of time yet before reality sets in of what we actually did last weekend, right? Because it's all such a blur. You just jump from table to table, and next thing you know, the cart is smoking, and you're walking around wondering what happened. Oh, is Over Easy still available? Maybe I just missed it on the website. I could be wrong. I might have just missed it on the website. I will double check for you, and I'll let you know after the live if you're not already going to check or having Mr. Checkered Finish do that for you. I just looked real quick, so I could have missed it. All right. Here is July's Ride of the Month. And I really want to show you the purple, but my camera is picking up just blue-green, well, blue-teal. It's more of a teal. And I don't know where my black background went. Oops, sorry, didn't mean to bump it, guys. I just want to see if I can find some of my other colors to try to get... I wonder if I use blue behind it. Nope, that's still just... Oh, this is the most frustrating part because I just kind of toss things sometimes. And then I never know where I toss them. Let me see if just plain white. Nope, that's not pulling the purple. What can I use to pull that purple? I don't even know where these little bags came from, but... No, that's not really doing it either. So it is... You guys just might have to trust me. It's like a purple, blue, teal, multi-chrome shimmer. But my camera only wants to pick up the blue teal. Maybe on the second coat we'll get a little luckier. All right, we'll move along. We'll come back to that we'll circle back and hopefully I'll get it to behave. All right, so the last thing we have here is our Electric Summer Quad. Let me just pull this up real quick because I don't remember how much the actual quad price is. $43. Okay. So again, these can be purchased individually on the website for $11.50, or if you buy the whole 4-piece collection, it is $43. And she went neon on us. So this first one here is Live Wire. And it is definitely highlighter green. She bright, y'all. She bright. And then we've got these black shards or shreds, however you'd like to call them. I kind of like shards. Sorry, I'm just playing with those. You really don't have to putz with it like I am. I get persnickety about my glitters and whatnot. You don't have to be that special with it. All right, here is one coat of Live Wire. And aside from the little spot that I missed over there on the swatch stick, I mean, you can see you could probably get away with one coat of this as well. That's really opaque. And it is very bright. Again, I mean, you can see it blacks out all that red. So if you've got really super strong VNL, maybe 2 coats, but I think most people probably will get away with 1 coat for that. All right, next up we have Solar Flare, which is a bright neon coral, which I'm hoping isn't pulling too pink in my camera. It looks like it might be a little pink in the camera. But it's definitely a coral, not quite a salmon, but it's definitely coral. And I love how she carries the finishes through the collection. So I'm a sucker for same finish, different colors collections. I love doing the Skittle thing where they all, go together, just different colors. So again, we have the black shards in there, the same shimmer, just a different base color, which I very much appreciate. And again, that is very, very opaque for 1 coat. And I bet if it didn't have the flakies in there, this would stamp too. I'm going to say it, I bet it would. Obviously can't try it because of the shards, but I mean, I suppose we could. It wouldn't pick those up, but it'd take a little finagling, but I bet it would stamp. All right, number 3 in the Electric Summer Quad. This is Toxic Confetti. A very vibrant purple, pinky purple. It's a pinky purple. All right, we'll get our first coat on here. All right, so this looks like it would also be a 1-coater. Liz says I can just make them as creams to stamp. Well, maybe that could be your cream collection for next month. Maybe I'll have to do a couple of creams every month too. Because, I think people just kind of forget about creams. We all get so caught up in all the ooh, shiny, pretty finishes, which don't get me wrong, I have plenty of that too. And I haven't done a whole lot of nail art lately, but you really can't do nail art without creams. You have to have a good cream base. Stop focusing on my hand, please. There, focus on the nail. That is 1 coat of Toxic Confetti, which I think on your nails would really be all you would need. And then last but certainly not least, we have Static Current, which is a gorgeous minty green. Still neon. It's like a neon minty green. I know it's not, it's a little darker than a mint. I don't know if I really want to call it a mint. Seafoam, would that be closer maybe? A neon like seafoam green. I feel like mint is a little bit paler than what this is. But it is a very, very pretty, vibrant green. Liz says exactly, I'm trying to do creams for that reason and to have them stamp. Yeah, it's always good to have a nice range of creams for nail art. You know, even if you don't necessarily stamp, but you do like freehand stuff. I mean, I know you can do nail art on the other finishes, but it always just seems to show up so much better on cream. I think this one's my favorite out of the quad. Go figure, because it's blue adjacent. Blue, green, or any combination of. That is my favorite and what I am drawn towards. So there it was, our last first coat. So we'll go start back at the beginning. We'll run through our second coats, and then we'll try to wrap this up quickly for the night. All right, so all the way back to the beginning, we started with our June ride of the month, which may or may not still be available on the website, because I might have just overlooked it, so it could possibly still be there. This is Over Easy. So we'll go ahead and get our second coat on here. And this is a very yellow, if that makes sense. Like, this is just straight, true yellow. It's not like egg yolk. It's not dandelion. She be yellow. Please stop focusing on my hand, camera. Oh, y'all, I really wish I could go back to YouTube or Instagram for my lives. I forgot how wonky YouTube is half the time. Although I don't know, maybe Instagram isn't much better these days, but I just don't know. I don't think I'm ever going to get to 1,000 followers there. And that's okay. Like, I'm not sure I even want 1,000 followers. Like, I do just so I can go back to doing lives on Instagram instead of here. But I wouldn't know what to do with that many people. I really wouldn't. All right, there she is. 2 coats of June's Ride of the Month. Over Easy. Very pretty yellow cream. All right, here we are with our June topper. This is also a charity polish. So even if you buy it here in July still, a portion of this will go to a local organization. It says it all on the website. So if you guys are interested, you can look it up. And she's got it right in the listing, the name of the place that it's going to. So, but it is a huge Shard Flaky Bomb. Pride Louder. Liz says stupid IG. Yep. Yeah. Stupid IG. I don't. 1,000 is so many. Like, that feels so unattainable to me. But, I mean, y'all know I don't really people much. I'm not necessarily a good peopler. I don't enjoy large groups of people. All right, here we are, 2 coats of Pride Louder. So obviously, normally for a topper, you would stop at 1 coat, but 2 coats looks kind of fun too. So you just get extra flaky goodness. But there it is, 2 coats. That is Pride Louder, June's topper. You should have more than 1,000. No, I kind of hang around the 350 mark. I think right now I'm at like 360 and some change, but I've never, no, I don't go up. I don't really go up. And like I said, I'm okay with that because like I don't want to do one of the like a giveaway or something where okay, tag like 8 million people and then you've got to follow me. I mean, obviously if I'm doing a giveaway, you have to follow me to win. But like I don't want to dupe people into following me. Like I want them to be there because they want to be there and they want to actually see what I'm posting. Like I don't want to force people to follow me and see my stuff if they really don't want to. Like I never want to force myself on people in that way. So I hesitate to try to like but I don't know how else I would build that up. So if I never get there, I never get there. I mean, it is what it is, I guess, at this point. I mean, at least I have YouTube that allows me to still do my Sunday night swatching. If I never get back on IG, I mean, I still post stuff there, so. Got one more color. Oh, thank you, Nick. I appreciate it. All right, next up, this is Maddie's Sweet 16. A very sweet polish for a sweet 16-year-old. I really do just love this color. It's so pretty and so delicate. That's the only word I can really use to describe it, is just delicate. But definitely keep this pearl shimmer around. Hint, hint, wink, wink. Because I feel like this might maybe make a good next Rainbow Skittle collection with pearl. Me and my ideas. You can just ignore me and my ideas. They're not always good, and I'm okay with you telling me that. All right, here's it's Maddie's Sweet 16, the beautiful coral, the delicate coral with the pearl shimmer. Ignore that little bubble. That was me. That's not the polish. That was me. All right. Next, we'll come into our cream collection. Yes. Sorry, I have a visitor. Yes, those are Evan's. Yeah. Okay. Liz just said, what about Rainbow Skittles? Oh, I was just saying to keep the pearl shimmer close by, because that might be a nice finish for your next Rainbow Skittle collection. Hint, hint, wink, wink. Because, I bet with your creams, I bet you could get it to still stamp even with that pearl in there. Oh, that's a good idea. Yes, pearls. Yes, pearls. I was just saying, me with my ideas, they're not always good. So feel free to tell me when you're like, I'm not sure about that one. Because the pigments and stuff and how they work better than I do. I just see something pretty and go, I'd like that in more colors. All right, let's get through these creams. This one is Orchid Oasis. Again, these are 1 coat. Like, I really do not need to do a second coat on there whatsoever. But I can't not put 2 coats on my swatch sticks. I don't know why. My toppers get 2 coats. All my stamping polishes, even though those are 1-coaters because they are specifically stamping polishes, when I put them on my swatch sticks, they still get 2 coats too. I am physically incapable of not doing 2 coats on my swatch sticks. So there it is, our 1-coater in 2 coats, Orchid Oasis. Again, y'all, these creams, they stamp. They are 1-coaters and they are only $10. What are you even doing? Just saying. And I will not stop showing off. I'm not going to stop showing off this red. This red is just, it boggles my mind. But next up, before the red, we have Candylope. Like cantaloupe, but candy instead. Again, definitely opaque on that first coat. But I am a creature of habit, so we're going in with our second anyways. But on your nails, I really don't think you need 2 coats. Honestly, like, that's 1 coat on my nails of the cherry red. I mean, you can still see how deep and juicy it is. Like, so it's not, you're not really getting more color payoff per se on a second coat, even on the clear swatch sticks here. But again, that's me. I have to do 2 coats on my swatch sticks. On your nails, 1 is going to be fine. Like, unless you have a crazy, super strong VNL, I think you're going to be fine in 1 coat. All right, so here is our juicy Gwen Stefani red lipstick red. This is cherry red. Now, this one does look on the swatch stick in 1 coat. It does look a little more sheer, but I think that's just because it's the clear swatch stick. Because again, ignore this tip. I got a little, when I was a little too impatient and pulled some off when I top coated. So that was a me, not the polish. But yeah, that's 1 coat. That's just 1 coat on my nails. So we'll go ahead and do a second. So you will notice on the swatch stick, there will be a little bit more of a color payoff on this red. Again, it's a clear swatch stick, so sometimes that happens. There she is, 2 coats, nice and juicy, and red. You know how sometimes you get a pink that's like pink? This is red. And it's absolutely beautiful. I love that one. All right. Sorry, just had to reconfigure. I sit on my feet a lot. Even like wherever I sit, I'm usually sitting on one of my feet. So eventually I just have to switch because it falls asleep. And I really should learn to stop doing that because, you know, I've celebrated a few of my 20 anniversaries for my 29th birthday now, so I should probably stop sitting in weird positions. All right, last up of our creams from June. This is Ocean Air. Our beautiful blue. Also very, very much opaque in our 1 coat. But we're still going to go in with our second. Yeah, see, I don't feel like that really changed anything other than making it, you know, super shiny again because it's wet. But still, here we are, 2 coats of Ocean Air. Our beautiful 1 coat stamping cream. All right, moving right along. Ooh, okay, we're getting 45 minutes already. Sorry, I'm digressing. I'll try to pick up the pace. All right, we're coming back through with Liz's birthday trio from last month. So first up in that is Raise Your Glass, which again, I did do one coat of over the cherry red. So that's what that combo looks like. But here she is on her own in one coat. Let's go ahead and get the second on there. I love all these flakies. And the glitter. All that pretty shimmer. Here we are in two coats. Again, these are individually $11.50 on the website, but if you buy the trio together, it is $33 for the 3 polishes. So there was our first one. Next up, we've got the purple. This is Blowing Out Candles. Again, we're going to pretend that says 29, not 39. Because after 29, we just celebrate anniversaries of our 29th birthday. Ooh, I really like this on that second coat. Here we are. Look at those flakies pop against that beautiful purple shimmer. This is like a very royal feeling purple. It's like that really fancy kind of shade of purple that you'd expect to see like in velvet. Super pretty. Liz says 29 forever. Yes, ma'am. 29 and holding. All right, last of the birthday trio. This is Poppin' Bottles. So we'll go ahead and get our second coat on this one. Wow, this one's so pretty too. Y'all know I'm a sucker for blue. This reminds me with like the green flashes from those flakies in just the shade of blue of that shimmer in the background. It reminds me of when we went snorkeling in the Florida Keys. It reminds me of the water and then the seaweed floating by. Well, I call it sea monsters because when I'm swimming somewhere, like in a lake, or if I feel seaweed, I will scream bloody murder like I'm being attacked by a sea monster. It cannot touch me. I will freak out, especially if I can't see the bottom. I really don't like swimming in lakes where I can't see the bottom. I know there's a word for that, like it's some fear. I just don't know. I don't remember what it's called, but yeah, if I can't see the bottom, mm, I'm probably not going to swim because I don't know what's underneath me. And again, if I feel something touch me, even if it's seaweed, I will scream like it's a shark. Or if I see it float by me, I'm like, it's a sea monster. Even though I know it's seaweed, I can see it's seaweed. It's still a sea monster. It needs to stay away from me. It cannot touch me. Oh, those have reflective glitters in them. Oh, yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. That's why they're so sparkly. Laura Cherry is here. Hey, Laura. Happy Sunday. Liz says, fear of not seeing the bottom phobia. Yes, we'll go with that. We will go with that. All right, guys, we're back into our July order here. So we're almost there. Bear with me just a little longer. All right, first up from July, we have Midnight Run, which is the ride of the month. Oh, I think my phone finally caught some of the purple. I'm hoping it will catch the purple on winter. No. My phone doesn't want to pick up the purple tonight, but it's definitely like a purple, blue, teal, multi-chrome is what I see with my eyeballs. But my phone only wants to pick up everything but the purple. I'm hoping maybe the second shade here, or second coat. Laura says, I'm somewhere loud. I'll catch the replay. Okay. Love you. Thanks for popping in. Miss your face. I felt so bad. I got to see her for like 30 minutes this weekend. Liz, I can kind of see it. Okay. I just don't know what color I can throw behind it to get it to get my camera. Oh, you can see a little bit right on the bottom there. Sort of. I don't know what color my camera wants to actually catch the purple shift on the edges, kind of. So hard to capture. I know, but it's so pretty in person. But yeah, you can kind of see the purple on the edges. And I feel like it's picking up more of like the green teal in the shimmer. But there is definitely the deep blue and there is definitely purple. And my camera is just being really stupid. And I don't have anything actually black because I don't know where I put my little color. I had a felt thingy. And I don't think, I'm not sure this is going to be black enough, but let me see. You go back there. I don't know if this is going to be black enough. Oh, okay, right on the edges. You can see that purple. Ha! I got you. Sorry, y'all. I am Swiss, so I am very stubborn. Okay, I think that's as purple as we're going to get. But again, this is July's ride of the month, and it is absolutely stunning in person. You might just have to take my word for it. Liz says, got you. Yes, got you. You will see things my way, midnight run. Eventually. Okay, well, now that that's finally settled, let's move along. All right, so last up we have the Electric Summer Quad. This was released in July here, so we're caught back up. This first one here, this is Solar Flare. And you can see just how vibrant and neon that is. Here we go with our second coat. And again, these two are pretty opaque on that first coat. I'm not sure you would need a second coat on your nails. Unless you need it for emotional support. Like, I'm all for emotional support second coats. If that's what makes you happy, then put on as many coats as you like. But I'm not sure you really need it. You can see the little bit of shimmer catching in there. And then we have those really fun shard flakies. All right, that was Solar Flare. Next up, we have our bright highlighter green. This is Live Wire. Here we go with our second coat. I am going to try to pick up that spot that I missed on the first coat there. All right, here we are, second coat. Ignore that bump. I think I put my finger in it when I set it down earlier. I think I scraped it. So that's actually like dried up. So please ignore that. That's, again, that's a me problem. And this is why I can't have nice things because, you know, I stick my finger in them. But here we are, 2 coats of live wire. The second polish in the Electric Summer Quad. All right, next up we have Toxic Confetti. And we're almost there, guys. We've got 1 polish left after this. All right, here we are, 2 coats. Toxic Confetti. Again, you can see that little bit of shimmer popping. And then all the fun shards, which very nicely mimic black flakies, by the way, that everybody was so upset disappeared. I mean, not that I'm not a huge black, like I don't have to have black flakies and everything. I feel like they fit in some things, you know, but I definitely feel like these are going to be a good alternative moving forward for people that can't get the black flakies anymore. I feel like these shards are going to scratch that itch. All right, last one, guys. Here she is. This is Static Current. All right, we'll get our second coat on here. We can ooh and ah over this for a minute. I'll do a quick recap, and then I will leave you guys to the remainder of your Sunday night here. Hopefully we can end your weekend on a good note. All right, here it is, 2 coats. This one's so pretty. I love the shade that you picked for this one. It's very beachy. Yet still, it's definitely, I mean, it's definitely neon-y. Liz says, I will continue unpacking. Yeah, I know. You guys just didn't even go home after PBE. Like, although I kind of wish I could have had the week off too to go gallivanting about, but I've had a lot of vacation time in June and July here, so I can't really complain. But I mean, it's work. If I didn't ever have to go back to work, I would not be upset. All right, guys. Haven't touched PBE stuff yet. Oh, Lord, that's going to be fun. But it will be fun because you get to play with whatever pretty polishes you picked up. And that's always a blast. All right, so that is all I have for you guys tonight. Thank you all for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. Anybody watching on the replay, thank you as well. I appreciate the support and people watching. If you really want to support, head over to thecheckeredfinish.com. You can check out all the polishes that I just showed you. They are all still available. Creams are $10. Pretty much everything else is $11.50. But there are little deals for the trio and the quad. So if you buy them together, they're even a little bit cheaper if you are buying all 3. But definitely go check them out. Show some love to Liz over here. She says, thank you for showing my pretties off. Thank you for making the pretties for me to show off. I love it. I am so excited to see your creativity blooming here in these subsequent few releases. I'm excited to see what you've got coming up. I can't wait for August and the future to see where that brain takes you. So thank you for allowing me to show off the pretties that you make. I can't show them off if you don't make them. So, all right, you guys, I hope you all have a wonderful night. and an awesome week. Thanks so much for hanging out with me tonight. Take care, y'all.